While trying to think for an idea of another Skyblock video, it came pretty clear to me that we have made all the guides. There's nothing left, no more. I knew that my favorite thing in Skyblock right now is dungeons, but the classes are so horribly balanced, there isn't a point in playing anything besides Mage and Healer. But what got me thinking was, what if we had a sixth class? A class so different that people might actually play it. Something so new and refreshing, just playing it will make you think of having lemonade on a hot summer day. Today, we will dive into a speculation I have on a 6th dungeon class that be coming sooner than you think. If you enjoy my content, remember to leave a like on today's video, subscribe for daily Skyblock guides, and ring the notification bell for good luck. I got my pack, socials, and everything else in the description, and join my Discord to stay up to date with the community, and we have like 500 members. It's sometimes cool to talk there. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Today's video will be much different than usual. We will be speculating what the 6th class in dungeons will be. Disclaimer, obviously, this is just for fun. You don't need to start playing Battleship in the comments telling me that we might not even get a 6th class. I did this purely for fun. Let's take a look at how I got the idea that the 6th dungeon class will be a summoner. Obviously, the first step into uncovering the secrets Minikloon so desperately hides from us is playing Terraria, since basically every single reforge is blatantly stolen from this game. Like, check these out. Legendary, unreal, godly, hurtful, sharp. So it got me thinking, what classes are there in Terraria? So I did a quick Bing search for the Terraria wiki to see a list of each class in the game. Lo and behold, we have melee, ranged, and magic. Of course, we already have these in dungeons, which only leaves one, a summoner. If we look closer, the summoner has low defense, but is great to deal with multiple targets. Summoner has very limited weapons of their own, and rely on summoning things to work for them. Wait. No, you can't play dungeons, get back to work shoveling the driveway. Now that we have an idea of what class should be added, let's see if there's any way we can tie some lore into this class, and maybe relate it to one of the bosses inside the Catacombs. The Floor 5 and Floor 6 bosses are the Master and Lord Necromancer. Summoner, Necromancer, Summoner, Hey, wait a minute! They're the same thing! We must be onto something here. I mean, everything just adds up so perfectly. We've established a background to our summoner class. The Necromancers and Summoners used to live in harmony, until one day the Witherlord had enough of their foolish pranks and split the classroom in half. The Witherlords took the Necromancer under his wing and claimed to rule the land forever, while the Summoners were forced to perform their own tireless training and swore to one day defeat the Witherlord. With some story to our class, we were finally ready to think of some gear and abilities for our brand new class. But there's one problem. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I threw my Dungeons & Dragons book on the desk. And after mercilessly flipping through each page at a speed no human can read at, I had absorbed all of the information needed to make Minecraft armor and weapons. May I present to you the laziest class in dungeons! As you can see by this professionally drawn card of the Summoner class at level 1, grants 50 base health and 10 ability damage. For every level between 1 and 5, you gain +1 ability damage, and your passive and ghost things get a bit better because that's how the other classes work, and when you're higher levels they get even better. Your passives are summoning Jimmy the Villager and having your own summoning aura. Your ghost abilities are definitely not taken from the first ability that I thought of in my head. These are totally original. Shadow Ball and Turn Undead. As I said, extremely original. Now, what exactly do these abilities do? Since this video would be super lame if I just ended it now, starting off with Jimmy the Villager. Jerry's firstborn son ran off when he graduated from Skyblock University and decided to embark on a journey off to be a great warrior destined to save the land. He, however, was captured by you and now follows you around, basically like a baby zombie whacking anything that gets close for little to no damage. Your Summoner Aura grants anyone within a 5-block range of you 10 ability damage and 10 strength. This gets stronger the higher level class you are, and you also have an epic particle trail under your feet. The ghost abilities are kind of lame, but aren't they usually lame? The first one is Shadow Ball. Basically, right-click an Eye Vendor in your hotbar and it casts a small colored ball of particles, dealing like 1 damage to an enemy it hits. And Turn Undead is a sword that when striking an undead enemy, grants them weakness, slowness, and deals a percentage of their maximum health based on your current summoner level. The adaptive armor bonus would increase your ability damage by 10 for each piece. I mean, that's all you can really do with that. Just more ability damage! Obviously, we still need to create some abilities for the dungeon orb before this class is finished, but my brain isn't galaxy-sized enough to think of my own, so let's just pull 2 random ones from the Sorcerer page of my Dungeons & Dragons book since Hypixel is only original half the time anyways. Your left-click ability will be able to create an illusion of yourself. Every 10 seconds, you can left-click to effectively set up a decoy of yourself that any nearby enemy will target. After the dummy takes enough damage, it will disappear. The dummy has a higher maximum hit point value based on your summoner level. Your ultimate acts similar to a Reaper Scythe ability, where upon right-clicking, any enemy that has died within a given time duration and range, set by your class level, will be reanimated to fight on your side. These creatures will have a bright green name tag signaling to allies that they are a teammate. These creatures slowly lose health over time, and the rate of health loss is determined by, you guessed it, your class level. I believe summoners should get chest drops such as weapons with a small area of effect damage, similar to items like the Bonzo staff, but also have 1 or 2 drops that summon a specific enemy to fight for them. This could be a creeper which explodes when close to an enemy. Maybe you summon your own Dreadlord to shoot some Wither Skulls like a personal turret. The options are near endless. And obviously for armor, at least the time being, you would be able to stick with adaptive armor, and later floors down the line when people begin turning dragon armor to dungeon gear, have floor 6 dedicated to dropping summoning armor, as it is the Necromancer Lord boss after all. Now let's talk about party size. With the 6th class, should they expand the maximum party to 6, 1 for each class? Definitely not. This would cause an insane amount of lag you don't want to deal with, trust me. And dungeons would be way too easy anyways. There will always be a worst class, and leave room for needed balance changes. So having the option to not use one specific class will leave players to strategize better in later floors of what class they should skip out on using, to fit their playstyle. The last question left to answer is, how is this class different than Mage? Well, Mage is a damaged class that shoots projectiles dealing large AoE damage to enemies, and Summoner is a self-sufficient and support class that summons creatures to fight for them. They will deal little to no damage themselves, so you have to use the creatures to deal the most damage. Thanks for watching today's video. Personally, I don't think they will add this class, but if any admins out there are watching, personally, I think this would be a very unique class we could play in dungeons. It would also give players another reason to use the Reaper Scythe, perhaps fixing the money sink Rev Slayers are. If you enjoyed the video, remember again, click the like button. If this was tolerable to watch, click the sub button since small channels are in the battle for their lives against the YouTube algorithm, and every click makes me slightly more powerful. Thanks again, and have a good day. Take care.